I hate shaming. Shaming is a terrible thing, but you know, no shame, no shame. I'm just gonna like lambaste them, I think. Excellent connection. Connect streaming to start preview. Okay, go live. Go live, 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 live. Go live. Let's see if we can get the graduate together thing up there right quick. Yo, you knocked me out. Yo, who's knocking me out? There is no copyright flag, YouTube. So get over it, bro. Yeah. Eat some bacon. Eat some bacon and get over it. That's real Matthew. Let's check that bacon out. Mmm. Oh, that's tasty. Mmm. Copyright flags. What a joke. I can't believe that. I have to... No, it's not that beat from earlier. That beat was like James Reed. That is not copyrighted. Yeah, I always wanted to do a huge Lego piece. Dude, build it and film it. That'd be great. Have you ever seen the White Stripes video? There's a really cool White Stripes video with Legos in it, and they did quite an abstract thing with animation and Legos. Check that out if you have a chance. It's White Stripes. I forget the name of it, but it's all red, black, and white, their theme. And it's just animates all these Legos in a very abstract way to the beat. It's very cool. So check that out. But I think doing a Lego project would be fantastic. We need a good Lego quarantine piece for sure. Maybe like make like little domiciles and have people like trapped in them or something like that. I think that might be really chill. Yo, yeah, I can't believe they flagged me. That was not right. Not right. Shout out to the real Pat F. Get your toilet paper on. Shout out to the real Fronlism. Shout out to the dead inside looking at their iPhones. Shout out to Graduate Together. Barack Obama. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now too. I just turned it on again. I don't know why I got bounced out, but I'm just gonna let this roll for at least another 5 minutes, so at least I have something up there to walk to. So if you've just tuned in, I got dropped out for an random copyright flag, which made no sense because there was no copyright anything. I mean, I guess this guy could say something, but whatever. This is educational purposes only. Um, Shout out to RISD fam, and yeah. So, anyways, I am on the YouTube now again. And on the YouTube, what's the advantage of the YouTube is that you could see things that I'm talking about sometimes. I'm doing the directing and the talent stuff, so it's a little hard for me to manage everything. But I do. There's a 5 count up right now with the real Kalia. There's a 5 count video that she produced. I think that's pretty neat. And actually, Alec has a really neat real distant as well. Let's check him out.
I'm Alec, and today I'm going to show you a recipe on how to kill two birds with one stone. It works every time, but you're going to need a few things. First of all, you're going to need to be me. So this recipe is not for everyone. If you're not me, don't try it. Second, you're going to need to be in Mr. Lee's math class, and you're about to see why. So this is why you're going to want to be in Mr. Lee's math class, because if you open today's assignment, you will see that he wants you to take the STAR test, and I'm about to fill in my credentials and take the test. Okay, as you can see, I have now completed the STAR test, and by completing the STAR test, I've shown you how to kill two birds with one stone because I finished my math and film work.
They probably copyright flag me for that, Larry David. But that's a pretty good assignment. Kill two birds with one stone. Wow, he got his math done and his film done in one project. That's a good way to do this too. Like if you're kind of like hunting on stuff to do, a lot of people would film their Chromebook and be like, "This is what I'm working on." Just be careful about your personal information and stuff like that. Watch for like never post your license or your information or who you are visually because a lot of people are looking for that type of stuff. So just emote random artwork, right? And should be all right. Just got to keep an eye and keep a tabs on it. Change your passwords every now and then. Those are nice things to do. But yeah, I worked at WPRI once, and they would have us change our passwords every week. We had about 50 different passwords we had to change every week. So that's part of the game. Yo, big shout out to Nadu bringing out those care packages, sending them to Tappa families. It's great to get some snacks this time around when you're all digging through the fridge nonstop. Shout out again to the Real You Set. We would love some care package from you, my friend. Yo, let's get that quarantine food hour started. I would love that. So maybe it's an 8 o'clock stream. Yo, wake up and eat some stuff. Yo, shout out to time lapse. If you point your camera out a window and just capture like things pass you by, like clouds or, you know, the shadows on the wall can be a very interesting time lapse. If you're thinking about, and then most phones have a time lapse feature in them too, so that's an interesting thing to explore. So play around with how you can break different functions in your camera to get what you want, you know. But be creative, you know. Think about your phone as a framing device. You're creating these video sketchbooks for larger productions that you would produce with bigger equipment, right? You know, it's all in the eye of the beholder, you know, the person who is creating the art. Is going to be able to function really well when they have the tools available to them after they've approached like how to capture a subject the right way. Well, all of a sudden those tools go in your toolbox and you're able to express that stuff later on. So consider this a virtual video sketchbook. You know, shout out to my real walkout fam. You guys walking out, you know, it's funny, you know, you walked out of school to protest something. Now you can't walk back in. Oh boy. Kind of a weird joke there. But yeah, so now that we're out, now that we're already out, let's use our voice, right? Let's use our courage and conviction. I was so proud of you guys protesting against gun violence, particularly affecting schools, a lot more than usual over the past decade, and it's a shame. But it's a constant problem that we're dealing with, and you know, I'm so proud of you guys to protest your rights, protest, stand up for yourself. Whether you got to walk out or make a stand, sometimes you have to do something big and drastic for people to pay attention. So big shout out to everybody. And this is interesting because it's kind of like a portrait of a protest. You don't necessarily have to do a portrait of a particular person or item. You could find, maybe you're filming a shadow of a person. Maybe you're filming a cloud and it's a portrait of a cloud. Maybe you're doing a portrait of the ground or a portrait of the dust or a portrait of, geez, a stream that's gone wrong, like me. Geesh, don't portrait this guy. He's a terrible subject. What are you gonna do? But yeah, lots of ums this morning. Shout out to the real host way, shooting people climbing, endangering themselves. But at least I guess he's got a rope attached to his foot. I don't know how that's gonna work, but oof. Hopefully you're all right, bro. Big shout out. I gotta shout out this other one, Real Art History, right? Gotta love art history. Had a fire going the other night. That was fun. Burn up some leaves, burn up some twigs. Fire! Yo, I was playing around with Hitchcock a little bit. That rear window kind of poster, just messing around. Different looks. Playing around with different colors. Layering them over and over again. Breaking this poster right here. I took that and reproduced it a million times and then just copied myself and pasted it. There's me. Oh yeah, I was bathing in the sun the other day. You know, making these kind of interesting things where I'm just kind of like breaking filters and bringing them together. And then ultimately I'd take these pieces and I would try to break them furthermore and try to make posters out of them or whatever. I thought this was interesting. All these heads. Marcoux head multiplied. All based on like another filter that I used, and I would bring them into other filters and try to break them. Shout out to Ruthie. Worked in the Polaroid factory. My late mother-in-law's mother. She is phenomenal. Worked in the first Polaroid factory. Oh, what a beautiful model, too. She was a model, but she also worked in the photogenic process as well. Worked in the factory, you know, back in the day. I talked a little bit about this guy yesterday, you know, utilizing that digital strap, right? Here he is hanging from the building at the turn of the century as New York City's being rebuilt, or built in the first place. And you got crazy cinematogs, photogs, everybody trying to get a shot of the action. You know, time passes us by. So it's important to capture these errors as they go by in what way you see fit. I don't know what our digital strap is, but I encourage you all to think about capturing this process, whether you're filming what people are saying on the TV, or you're asking you know your family about what this experience is like, so that way in the future people can look back and history repeats itself, but hopefully we can learn from history. We are living history as we speak. So in this quarantine era, try to utilize it, try to let it inform your artwork, so that way you're not only an artist, but you're part of historian, right, or a documentarian, or in my case, a mockumentarian, right? This is a little bit of a mockumentary of, filmmaking slash gamer style live stream, right? At least that's the format. Yeah, again, that was a Real Distant recipe. I did a Real Distant countdown with the moon. So I put the text on the moon as it was passing by. And I literally filmed that moon go through the frame. And then I put the numbers on there and I timed them out and keyframed them to match. So there was that one countdown that I did. That was years ago. I have some other pieces that I'd love to showcase as well. I got a meeting coming up in about 20 minutes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And you can DM me, you can send me emails, you can work me through Classroom, whatever works. It's fine with me. I'm totally comfortable with that all. Yeah. Shadow puppets. Shadow puppets can be quite fun. This is my daughter's playing some shadow puppets over at the RISD Museum a while back. And yeah. Could be interesting. You take a, white sheet or an opaque piece of paper, put a light behind it, and then create some silhouettes that you can play around with. Create your own little puppet show, create your own little detailed story, just with crude elements. Look how much fun they're having. This is just magic to kids. Filmmaking, as filmmakers, we're scientists, we're artists, but we're also magicians. A lot of people don't know what the illusions we're doing are, and that's a good magician right there. I'll play Horizon Zero Dawn and go find Karst, my digital brethren. Oh my gosh, they took my face. What are you gonna do? 4 Karsts, 2 Karsts, 5 Karsts, something. I don't know. We'll go back to this guy. Yo! But yeah, it's been a fun show this morning. A little breaking. I got that storyboard up in my highlights. If you want to take a peek at like how to develop a storyboard, look at my highlights on my IG profile at The Real Marcoux, and you can see a professional storyboard that I did for a film project that I'd actually rethinking, might actually shoot it this summer. I don't know, but it's ready to go. The idea is ready to go. I got all kinds of cool different shot types and a whole progression that's supposed to happen with that. So worked on it for quite a while and hoping that it might be an interesting topic to explore, right? Yeah, strange morning. They kicked me off of that YouTube, kind of killed my energy a little bit. That's all right. Yo, shout out to Real Ray. Shout out to Real Aiden. Yo, C-SPAN champions 2 times in a row. Someone out there interested in taking on an interesting assignment? Well, next year, guys, it's your time. You can potentially, do some big things. If you wanted to do the C-SPAN competition, reach out to Ray. I'm sure he'd give you some great advice. In fact, his senior film, which will be played again on June 11th, showcases his process. So that alone, I think, can teach someone how to maybe, take this thing on. If you're interested, and we'll be letting you know about the challenge that comes right. Yo, we got to keep tap on the map on that. Seriously, it's like our responsibility. You're passing the torch, right? Ray's passing the torch, folks. He won C-SPAN 2 times in a row. So let's see someone else take that torch and burn it. Bring it up, Get on that C-SPAN stage. That's big. That's big clout when it comes down to your resume. Distance learning gone wrong. What are you going to do? Yeah, gotta love your children. Gotta love every little bit of it. The screaming, the tough times, the good times. It's all good times, folks. We're alive, we're breathing, and we're getting a chance to learn a little bit more about each other and confined for a longer period of time, you know. Hopefully you're getting some interesting stories you maybe never heard before from people that, you know, you always treat it as a surface level. Sometimes we treat our family at a surface level. We're just doing the business, but now we're ingrained with one another. So it's important to listen always before you act. And, you know, we're coming stronger this way, I believe. I really believe so. Yo, sorry I'm so tired this morning. It was a long day yesterday, but tomorrow, episode 20. Episode 20 is going to be a big one. I'm going to try to do some good stuff. Hopefully we're getting a lot of virtual interaction. I'm so glad to see you, Sadat boy. Yo, join us more often. This is awesome. This is all credits towards your grade book and stuff like that, which I will be updating this weekend. Try to get some work in too. That's going to help a lot. And it'll help me push you forward as a digital artist because that's what I'm focusing on. I'm learning streaming as I go here, but I do have a lot of experience when it comes to videography, cinematography, animation, art history, you name it. Been doing it for a long time, so I want to share that knowledge with you guys so you can pass that torch as well in the future, right? Because yo, we got a lot of progress that's been had and a lot of potential for this human existence that we have floating around on this spinning rock. Right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. I'm going to check out that copyright flag, see what's going on. I got a meeting in 15 minutes. So thank you again for joining. Shout out to Ray and Aiden. Shout out to the whole Tap Film crew. Shout out to you all. Shout out to Purple Step. Follow him. He's doing some big things. He's always very engaged. Shout out to all my 10th and 11th graders that joined me yesterday. That was fantastic. Real Caden, real Matthew, real you set, always a staple. And I appreciate the virtual collaboration too. I'm interested to see if we can maybe do a quarantine food show. I think that would be a really cool idea. So if you guys have any comments on that, hit me up on IG where we have a conversation already going underneath the Real Matthews Real Distant Recipe Project. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, big thumbs up to you, Purple Step. I really appreciate you, man. I feel your love, bro. And good luck with TST, dude. You guys kill it out there. Do a good job, all right? You guys are monsters. I love it. I love seeing that big burgeoning momentum you are building. It's phenomenal, bro. You inspire me. You inspired me to do this. Big time. Look forward to see what you teach us about OBS next year. But yeah. Hey guys. Peace out. It's your boy, Real Marcoux. Peace. Keep it real out there.